It's Adam and Erica, and our special guest, Maebe A girl. She's serving for the people. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Look at the Hey Qween After Show, where our super celebrity guest looks at some of the queens they played with, slayed with, or even laid with, and spills a little tea. Oh, it's black tea, my favorite. Or throws a little shade, only if they have to, or most importantly, tells us something we don't know. Today's guest is the first drag queen to hold public office in the United States of America, Maebe A girl. Part of the Hey Qween family for a long time.
Yes, thank you, Johnny.
Happy to get you back on the Sparkle Couch officially.
So back, so happy to be back.
Now, at the end of our Hey Qween interview, in case you're one of those lazies who didn't watch the whole thing, you made a big announcement. Make it again.
Yo, I am running for office again. I am running for the U.S. House of Representatives, California District 28 for 2022, unless there happens to be a special election earlier.
Okay, well, you have our full endorsement here.
Add it to the list.
Now, Maebe A girl has been working on the neighborhood council in Silver Lake as the treasurer in charge of finance, as well as LGBTQIA issues, and has been working for the people. Especially, there's a lot of work to be done in this upside down time.
Ooh, this upside down time and this upside down town.
Yes, exactly. There's a lot of rich people, and they don't really care about us, so it's very important. We know Michael Jackson's not in good taste, really, but that song was true. I'm here with my two political revolutionaries, Adamita Josefita and Erickatoure Aviance.
This is my revolutionary costume.
Yo, yes. The colors of the revolution are bright.
Viva la revolution!
We are very progressive over here, sweetie. And if you don't like it, fuck off. Yay! But now we're gonna have some fun, maybe. You've worked with all sorts of queens. You've worked with local girls, the Dragula girls, the Drag Race girls, and we want to get a little tea from you on some of your sisters.
I do too. I can't wait.
Okay.
Who are we talking about?
Well, no time to waste. Let's just get into her. Look at her. Gigi Good, local gal made good.
I love Gigi Good. I will start off by saying that. I met Gigi Good actually when she did my show Green Eggs and Glam at the Lyric Hyperion a few years ago. And I think she had just moved to LA and she was new, and I was like, who is this girl? I could just tell she was something special. I thought she was amazing just from the get-go when I met her. And I'm gagged that she did this show that I put on a while back, and then I was like, oh, now she's on Drag Race.
Right.
So,
and served it so hard on Drag Race.
I love Gigi. I think she's amazing.
What was that number that she did on your show, her early LA number? What was that show like?
I don't remember the number. I was hosting and kind of behind the scenes.
We know how that goes.
You know,
yes.
you're behind the curtain. You don't really hear or see what's going on. Well, you hear what's going on, but you don't see what's going on.
Right, Lady Red, classic, loved to sit backstage and not even go on stage when she was hosting.
Yes, but I do remember Gigi was amazing. I thought she was really super cool, and I didn't really know who she was, and then fast forward a couple of years, and here she is, this huge star, and I'm not surprised.
Yeah, and it was barely even a couple of years.
Yeah.
When she moved here at 20, and we just had her on the show at 22. All right, I'm old. Let's continue. Look at her. Loris. Drag Race favorite.
I love Loris. I love Loris. I've worked with Loris many, many times.
So many times.
She was at my Green Eggs and Glam show, and then we had her often at Wigs and Waffles.
Yes.
I've known Loris just from the community and just from out and about, but I've always been a big fan as well. I think she's really fun. I think that her makeup is amazing, and I loved watching her on Dragula Resurrection recently. I thought she was fantastic.
Yes.
She had her come back, and she's that bitch.
Now, What about Drag Race and Dragula for you? Was that ever a thought? Did you ever audition?
Totally. You know, I actually, full T, I auditioned for both. You know, I think as a drag performer, as somebody that wants to put themselves out there, first of all, I think that, you know, I would dare you to find a drag performer that doesn't want some attention. You know, I think there's just like this underlying, you know, drag performers like attention. And I think when it comes down to Dragula versus Drag Race, you know, a lot of differences, but a lot of similarities as well. You know, I think you're an artist wanting to put yourself out there, wanting recognition and wanting to entertain and engage with people. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I think that it's different just in terms of presentation. I think one of the things that I love about Dragula is it's, you know, everybody is included. You can be a drag queen, you can be a drag king, you can be a trans person. You know, there's no limits or boundaries. There's no box that you have to fill to be a Dragula performer, and that's what I think I love most about Dragula. And I love the Boulet brothers. I think they're fantastic. I've worked with them many times.
Yeah, you have.
For Queen Kong, and I actually won a Dragula pageant back when they were doing their pageant nights back at clubs before they did the show. And that was one of my favorite drag experiences. That was the one and only time I've ever crowd surfed.
Amazing.
Which was super fun. But yeah, I think that both the people that are involved with Dragula and Drag Race, I think different presentations of drag, but I think both equally important and worthy. In many ways, I think Dragula contestants are more worthy because I feel like it's a little bit more of do your own thing versus Drag Race is a little bit, you kind of have to fit into a box in many ways.
Now, Loris is a makeup genius, but you're her behind-the-scenes sister. What's a story from backstage?
I have a very particular story. Loris is a great makeup artist, and every time I see her, she's always beat to the gods. And I remember one time backstage at Wigs and Waffles, we were up in our dressing room, and I remember Laura saying to me, "Oh my God," she was like, "Your top lip looks great." And she kept going on about how great my top lip looked, and then she kind of like, then she was like, "But the bottom lip." I was like, okay. But she kept going on and on how great the top lip looked, but it was like definitely in shade to the bottom lip.
Shade.
All right. I love your top lip. Look at Bitch Puddin'. Now, another Dragula girl, you've worked with her. She's done, sort of made a revolution in digital drag, really. Like a lot of imitators, but she was the first one to kind of get that Twitch thing up and running.
She is. I'm, first of all, so proud of Bitch Pudding. I'm so proud of her and so amazed at all of the wonderful, cool, new things that she has done with drag and introduced so many people to. You know, Bitch is part of the Dragula world. And when I remember when I met Bitch Pudding, it was actually at DragCon a couple of years ago. And I remember it was kind of like after DragCon, we were outside, she was visiting from Georgia, and we just happened to introduce ourselves to each other. And I just happened to have a joint, and we just happened to smoke it,
Right.
and we just hit it off.
Yeah.
We just hit it off, and it was just cool to like, it was cool to kiki with somebody and get to know somebody before they get into, you know, to that level of drag, because, you know, I feel like when you meet somebody before they get big, you get a real idea of who they are. You know, I didn't feel like she was putting anything on for me, and I just felt like she was such a cool person inherently. So, so I love Bitch. I think she's really cool. I've worked with her a few times, seen her do a lot of performances. I've worked with her at Exposure. Actually, it's funny, she was at Exposure right before she was on Dragula, and then she also did my show, Green Eggs and Glam, after she had filmed Dragula, but before it had come out. And I remember talking to her, and she was so excited because it was about to come out. And I was trying to like dig a little bit, like, oh, how is it? What was it like? Without digging too much, because you know, there's NDAs.
NDA.
So, but she was like, I remember her in retrospect just being like, oh, just wait till you see it. This is going to be life-changing. And then she won. And I think that's so freaking cool. I think she's so awesome.
Love it.
Hello, children. Click here. Click here. And subscribe. You're welcome.